Hi, my name is Eric Daw from MomyFit, and if there was one thing or a few things that I know a lot of people complain about, it could be knee pain, it could be ankle pain, it could be a lot of things. But one area that a lot of people complain at, whether they're 30, 40, 60, 70, 80, is back pain. Do you have back pain? And if you do, let me know in the comments below, because sometimes people have back pain because they're not lifting. If you're even an active person, you're not lifting and exercising properly, what might be causing your back pain. It could be inactivity, could be causing your back pain. So I have three exercises for back pain for seniors. So as I like to say, let's get into it. So what are some of the things you may need? So I'm gonna make it pretty simple. I know there's one piece of equipment a lot of people have already at home, whether you use it or you don't, or if you have a gym, you use it or don't, is a Swiss ball. So I'm gonna grab the Swiss ball from right over here, and I'm gonna set up right by a wall. So I'm sure you all have a wall somewhere in your house. So the first thing I'll have you do is take the Swiss ball and put it right where your stomach is and put your feet right against the wall. So from right this position, I'm on my stomach and my feet are against the wall. From here, I want to straighten my legs out. I'm going to straighten my legs out. So in this position, what I do feel already is my back has to be engaged and my core has to be engaged right from this position. So I'm using my hands as stability, but if I take them away, I can immediately feel that my core and my low back has to be engaged to hold this position. So a lot of people ideally hold a plank from the ground as an exercise to stabilize their core. This is a great exercise too, holding this back extension to really work your low back and your core also. So in this position, I'm working my core. And if this is hard to do without the hands, you can either keep both hands here or keep one hand here or alternate what hand you have here, because it's a really great exercise to really strengthen the low back, and what you should feel also is your glutes engaging at the same time. So you're getting two for the price of one. Okay, so next thing I want you to do is, if you have some weights, grab a dumbbell. You have to do a row if you want to work your back. Top three exercises for back has to be a row on it. So I'm gonna grab a weight, doesn't matter which one, just grab something that you feel is already gonna kind of challenge you to some degree, whatever that weight. Probably heavier than a 1 or 2 pound weight, in all honesty. And then once you're here, I want you to set up where you put your core in a position where it has to be engaged. You'll notice that a lot in a lot of these exercises, your core has to be engaged. So a single arm row where I have my leg back and I'm leaning forward. I'm in this position. And so from here, I have to keep my core engaged as I bring my elbow up and down. Keep my elbow up and down. Just rolling it and keeping it really nice and tight in my body. That's a version you can do that's great for back exercises. But another one that engages your core more is find something you put your hands on, a bench or anything that has a certain level of height. So I'm gonna go back to this rack. And if I put my hand here, if I put myself in this position, I'm leaning forward, my core is engaged, and I can roll right from here also. What you should notice is the fact that it's in one arm, I actually get more core engagement as opposed if I was rolling both arms at the same time. So obviously I'm gonna do both arms, but once I'm in this position with a slight lean forward, I'm not hunched like this and rowing, but a slight lean forward, and I'm pulling and squeezing this weight right beside my body. And as you notice, keeping that curve in my low back, it engages my core, but it also works my upper back. So we gotta go to the mat. You gotta do some exercises on the mat. Well, you don't, but I like to do some exercises on the mat. And for a back exercise, there's no better exercise than palms behind, reach forward. I like to call it the non-swimming exercise. So we're gonna lie on our stomach. We're gonna keep our feet off the ground, again, engaging those glutes, chest off the ground as much as we can get it. Then we're gonna start with our palms up behind us and just reaching forward. This really works those upper shoulder muscles and our back. So we're gonna really put the palms behind us and reach forward. Ideally, we can do this about 10 or 15 times. what you should feel is all the way through your posterior chain, and your rear shoulder should really be worked. If that's really easy, I would say add very, very light weights in your hands. But you probably don't need to do the weights in your hands if you're doing 10 to 15 to 20 reps. So do you have low back pain? I know I have, and it doesn't matter if you're really active or inactive, most people at some point in their life has had an issue with back pain. So these are my top 3, folks, top 3. So I want to see you folks start instituting them, doing them if you have low back pain. And even if you don't, working your core is good for you anyway. So as I like to say, this is Eric Daw from OmniFit. Take care, and please, please put a like and comment on this video. Take care, folks.